Hello, hello. Get in here, get in here, guys. We want to talk about how Keisha is progressing now that Paris Harley is no longer harassing her. Do you think that Keisha is doing much better without Paris Harley being on YouTube harassing and bullying her? That's what we're going to talk about, okay? So, it doesn't matter who you are. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it clean. And let's get this show on the road. And even if you decide to stay in the bushes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Okay? All right. So in this video, I want to talk about during this live. What I want to talk about is, do you think, hold on, let me just share quickly over on Facebook, just a second. So basically, what I want to talk about is, do you think Keisha is doing better? Know that Paris Harley is off YouTube, no longer harassing and bullying her and her kids. That's what I want to talk about. No, in my opinion, I definitely think that she's in a better place mentally. And I believe that credit is due to her friend, Mink Mob D. Now, many people may see Mink Mob D and say that she's a bully, but I don't believe she's a bully. What Mink Mob D did, in my opinion, was to give the bullies a taste of their own medicine. Many people may not like that, but sometimes that's how you have to roll as it relates to dealing with bullies. You have to give them a taste of what they're doing to someone else so that they know how it feels, and hopefully they will stop. Hopefully that will change their perspective on life and know that, and for them to learn that what they're doing is not pleasant and it shouldn't be accepted nor allowed to continue. So I have one person here. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. It would be greatly appreciated. And don't be afraid to leave a comment. Today, Keisha has announced um, the girl's book that she has released, and that is really good. I really like that. I knew that she was gonna come out with another book, but I thought that the book would be um, I thought that the book would be about, some of the things that she went through behind the scenes with Paris Harley. That's what I thought the book would be about. So I'm just gonna wait to see if anyone else joins in. Where's everyone? I'm just sharing my live. sharing my life. All right, I'm just inviting a few people, and yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to start announcing my live videos, prepare my topics, prepare my discussion ahead of time, and then schedule a time for the live. I think I'm gonna have to start doing that. But basically, what I want to say is that I'm happy, to be very honest. I'm happy that Paris is no longer on YouTube harassing Keisha, because harassment does affect your mental health, whether you act unbothered or not. It does affect you, and it does affect your creativity. And Paris was doing a whole lot of unnecessary stuff. She was doing a lot of unproductive stuff to Keisha. For example, when she created that mass email and she shared it in the Discord, and each time she kept calling Child Protective Service. Now, some people may say it's not Paris alone. However, bear in mind that she's the main perpetrator. She instigated the entire move, and she also, what she did is to basically influence people's decision to do these things. When you influence people's decision, because when you have a platform, whether you may have 10 subscribers, 50 subscribers, 100, 200, you are an influencer. You have a platform, and once you have a platform, right, someone is going to join in at some point in time. And as time passes, Carrie's platform kept on growing because she was spewing it, you know, and the aids that she spewed on her platform, it definitely cost Keisha some amount of money. But what I like is, let me fix this thing here so the chair doesn't mess up the wall. What I like is that Keisha is resilient. That's what I like. I like Keisha's resilience. She's so resilient that she was able to bounce back, and the fact that she has Mick Mom D as an amazing friend who has supported her, and she has her supporters. But the I would say the main strength during that time and through some of the hardest times, it came from Mink Mobdi first and her supporters next in line. And that was really good. Not many of us have friends who would stand up for us, fight hard for us. So Keisha was lucky that she have Mink Mobdi to stand up and fight hard for her. Not only for her girls as well. And things is getting back to normal, so much so that we can see Jeremy is back on her channel, and I like that. I like the change in her content. She's bringing family content, and I like that. So I can see a lot of changes since that Nemesis is no longer around. And I have to call a speed, a shovel, because Paris was a nemesis, and there's no other way to describe Paris Harley. There's definitely no other way. Um, Next thing is that, have we seen the last of Paris Harley? No, we haven't seen the last. We haven't seen the last of that man. That man is gonna come back on YouTube, and if you know the story of Nosy Ho, or as I would like to call her, Nosy Ox. Nosy Ho basically did the same thing like what Paris did. She doxed, she bullied, she harassed people, and YouTube took all of her channels in one day. And we saw that the same thing happened to Paris. She did the same thing to Keisha, and then she said that Keisha was throwing rocks and hiding her hands. But in fact, that is what Paris and her gang was doing. And because some of her videos were reported by her viewers, you would think that Keisha had a mass of people going to Paris channel. No, more than 90% of Paris followers were people who just despise Keisha because of how she lived her personal life. Some of them was for absolutely no reason. So, um, those people, there were times that they would even lash out against some of the things that Paris was discussing. And those things had to do with Keisha. I remember one particular video she did on her channel. She said that Keisha's kids were gobbling down food as though they were starving. And I didn't like that. Um, for me, that was just definitely a no no because um, if you can remember as a child, um, whenever our parents would give us food, we would, eat fast. And sometimes they would slap us and say, take your time. You need to go slow, take your time. And we've seen that. That has happened to us. So whenever a child is eating fast, it doesn't mean that they are starving. It doesn't mean that they're not fed. And the false narratives that they had spreading, um, you had to be really mentally absent to believe in those stories. For example, they would say that Keisha provides for Jeremy. Jeremy doesn't work. And they would say stuff like Keisha takes all her money and gives it to Jeremy. But on the other hand, they would say like Keisha's kids is starving, etc., which doesn't make any sense. So, um, yeah, I definitely believe that the family is able to flourish much better. No, that they no longer have a parasite on their backs. I believe that they are able to flourish much better now. And I pray that because Paris is going to come back, believe it or not, Paris is going to come back to YouTube. And I pray that when Paris comes back to YouTube, um, she tries to focus on building a platform without spewing hate. There were many people on YouTube that did that initially, but then they had to change. And when they came back, they were able to, totally change up their content. So let's hope that Paris is able to do that if and when he comes back to YouTube. Hi, thanks for joining my live. I see I have two people here. Thanks for joining. Do you have any comments or questions? Oh man. Hi, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining in. I'm gonna wait to see if anyone else comes in. If no one else comes in within the next say 5 minutes, I'll just go ahead and end this live. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining in. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. Woo. Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. I see I have 3 people here. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my channel. Please give my video a thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. The topic is, if you're familiar with these persons, if not, I'll catch you up to speed. So the topic is basically, do you think that Keesha Kaylee is doing much better now with Paris being off YouTube? So that's the topic. No, Paris Harley is basically a cyber bully. Um, her channel was surrounded by hate, basically, nothing else. There wasn't anything positive going on over there, nothing educational. It was just hate, bullying, harassing Keisha and her kids. That's basically that was what was happening. And um, basically got terminated by YouTube. So that's basically what happened. All right, so I've reached my 20-minute marks, and I still only have one person here, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. And to those who joined in, thank you. I appreciate you. And see you next time.